So to start most of the commissioners' meeting, we have some public time where we'd like to honor and proclaim activities and organizations in our community. They're doing exemplary work, and a lot of times there's months of awareness. So we're in the awareness month today of the Developmental Disabilities and Awareness Month in Lucas County. So we have representatives from that organization here, and it says more than 4,000 people with development disabilities are served by the Lucas County Board of Development Disabilities and want to live their lives and exercise their rights as citizens to independently choose their own homes, relationships, hobbies, employment, and beliefs. And I think that pretty concise of what your board for a long time has been able to do. You've been through lots of changes on how the state funds you, how your workforce is organized, an aging population. So I think it's a great opportunity for you to come in and talk to us on the public, and for those watching it along, streaming, to help tell your story. And we want to be part of that. And I'd ask either two to help bring you up, Lisa or Anita.
Sure. And as you're coming up, I personally want to congratulate Michelle. You've got interim off, and you are now the director of or superintendent, should we say, of the Board of Disabilities. So congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
I always like to say that really, I kind of hate the word disability. I think it should be called ability. Because I know many within our community, like Commissioner Gerke said, 4,000 residents. I know some of those folks in the community, and they have many abilities. They don't have a disability. They have many abilities, many skills that they can do, much work they can do. I know when I go to the Kroger's, the gentleman that always bags my groceries has done always an amazing job, and if I get in there to bag my groceries, he's telling me how wrong I've done that and teaches me. But I also have spent some time out at Bittersweets Farms. We were talking about that before we started here. And if those that don't know, Bittersweets Farms is a place that people with autism, adults with autism, can either live on site or come on for their day program. And actually did a little Christmas shopping out there this past year, and the Christmas gifts we got were all made by residents there, and such a great organization out there. It's kind of a best kept secret, but also and with that, there are approximately 61 million Americans who live with a disability, or as I say, ability, and about 1 in 6 children in the U.S. have one or more developmental disabilities, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. And that just shows the magnitude out there within our communities. But these are people that live, work, retire right here in Lucas County. And one of the things I just love about Lucas County is our inclusiveness as a county. And the how we wrap our arms around everyone, regardless of where you come from or your ability or disability in there. So that's one of the great things that we have around Lucas County. I think that we lead in some of those areas, and people are often following what we do. So congratulations on this month, and we'll just continue to get the word out there about the great work that that you're all doing in our community. Thank you.
Thank you. If I might say just a couple words, we very much appreciate the commissioners and our county administrators' support, and our entire community really. And while it's DD Awareness Month, and we have many wonderful activities, actually our first ever at the Westfield Shopping Center, March 18th through the 23rd, the date's right, Nabil, is our first ever art exhibit, and it will be artists with developmental disabilities. We'll have their artwork on display for that week, and we'll have an event on the 18th, I believe, to kind of kick it off. And so we're really excited about that. I think that's going to be really cool. We have a lot of very creative, awesome people that are way more talented than I in the art arena. But really, we want to move from awareness is great. We want to start moving into acceptance. Mm-hmm. We want folks that have developmental disabilities to be able to be out in their community and be accepted just like anyone else would be. And so my friend Jordan came with me today. He's been doing some amazing work, and I wanted to give him just a quick opportunity. He's done some stuff at the zoo, and he's got some big plans for an amusement park down the highway that I'll let him share. But if I could let him share that a little bit, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
Hey, so I want to make sure that everyone who had a hard time, people with disability who had like hard time join with the others at picnic tables or changing tables, not just for kids, but also adults who have a hard time with disabilities. So me and my mother, Melissa, we come up with a plan so we could just make sure that everyone, including people with disabilities, are accepted as one, not just like divided or people who are different from others. So the zoo now has the only zoo that has an adult changing tables at both north and side. And we also have people who cannot hear. We have an American Sign Language Association, and we have logs for people who had like seizures or epilepsies, just to make sure there's no flashing, flickering lights on and off without them even noticing. And we created, you don't have to wait in line to get your food anymore. You just come in, grab your food, pay at the checkout. That's it. It took you like 5 seconds.
Nice.
And now my biggest goal is to make sure Cedar Point is just like the zoo, but the zoo is acres of land. Cedar Point is just one big island, so it's going to take like 2 to 3 years to get all of that plan into motion. So it's going to take a lot to find which one's the quiet, just a break away from all the loudness or craziness. And then once you feel decompressed, you just get back into the fray. And that's pretty much going to be a huge responsibility and a huge task to tackle. So I would do whatever it takes to make sure everyone just feel accepted.
Thank you. Great job.
Thank you. Good job.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
We'll say this. Thank you for telling us about the artworks. And I think if people don't realize the art that has come out of the BDD community is amazing. I own 3 major pieces of art in my house that are talked about all the time. Anybody enters that has come from this community. They're as good as anything you can get on the market. We're happy to have that. And that's a good conversation starter. Like, where'd that come from? Well, let me tell you. So our job is to help make the awareness and acceptance to do it. And I think it's really focused now. There's been some unfortunate incidences recently where people seeking even public office speak ill or set the cause backwards a little bit. So whenever faced with those kind of missteps, your voice becomes louder and more important to do that. So I think that's a great time today to correct people's speech even. And there's something about speech, if you don't speak up when it happens, it lingers. So thank you for help bringing us awareness. And we want to be your advocate, too, when those things happen.
Thank you. And I might add, Bittersweet has very delicious cookies.
They do. Oh, they
Just
do.
saying.
All right. Thank you. We're going to make a motion, aren't we, Lisa, to
I'll
proclaim?
make a motion to proclaim March 2024 as Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month in Lucas County.
And we have a little